Okay, so here's the little conundrum we had this morning. So on the website, it says that you can drop your bags off at 10 o'clock. We were supposed to check in at 11:30. Somehow, a couple of days ago, when I went to go finalize everything or make sure everything was good to go and do the health screen thing, it said complete for check-in time. So I clicked on it just to make sure what time I was supposed to be there, and then it took away my whole check-in time and made me come in at 1:30. So we were going to drop the bags at 10 and then go walk around. But we got there like 9:58 or so. They wouldn't let us check our bags. They wouldn't open up anything until 11. This port does not have a bag check-in stand outside of where you go check in at. Outside of the terminal, right? So normally go to a terminal, up on the left or right hand side, they've got where you can drop your bags and then you can go in. They don't have that here. So you have to wait till 11 o'clock to get in to drop your bags. So we just decided to see if we could get in regardless of our check-in time, and they let us. So we're on the ship. It's about 11:15. We're going to wait till 11:30, grab some food at the Windjammer. At 12 o'clock, you can do your muster station check-in, and then after that, we're just going to cruise around. Room should be ready by 2 o'clock, so let's get to it. So a little info about the Rhapsody of the Seas. It was first registered in Oslo, Norway, until 2005. In 2005, it went to Nassau, Bahamas. It was built in France. It was completed on 22 April 1997. Its maiden voyage was 19 May 1997. It's been in service since. It is a Vision class cruise ship. It is 78,878 gross tons, 915 feet long, 105 feet wide. It is 193 feet tall, and it has 12 decks. There are 4 diesel electric engines that propel the ship, and its cruising speed is 22 knots or 25 miles per hour. It can hold 1,998 passengers at double occupancy, or 2,416 passengers at their max capacity, and the crew is 765. Now, in 2012, the ship received a $54 million dry dock retrofit, which added additional cabins and outdoor movie screen near the pool, new dining areas, and a nursery. It received an additional retrofit in late of 2016. In late 2019, Rhapsody was in dry dock in Spain for some routine maintenance, cosmetic improvements, and technology upgrades, but did not see any major retrofits or reconfigurations. Now, there has been a storied past on this ship. There was a passenger in 1998 that went missing and was never found, and police ruled out her leaving voluntarily or going overboard and drowning. And then there was a rogue wave that struck the ship in April of 2016 at 4 in the morning, breaking out 6 windows in cabins, partially flooding other staterooms in decks 2 and 3. In September of 2016, it severely listed after strong winds blew against the ship, and it caused several windows in the Viking Crown Lounge to be broken out, as well as other onboard fixtures. In September of 2019, a crew member fell overboard and died in the port of Dubrovnik. So there's been a lot of stuff going on this ship, but it's pretty interesting. I like it so far. But let's get on with the rest of the tour. So we're in the casino. I'm going to do this before it starts getting loud with all the gaming. As you can see, it's normal, right? Now check this out. Hello. Can you hear the echo? They have a dome right here with all the zodiacs in there, and inside of that dome, you can hear an echo. It's really cool. If you're going to go cruising and you want to go gamble, stay away from the tables, keep on the slots, keep using the same seller pass. All right. So like whenever we come, I just give her all the money, and then we just take turns pushing the buttons and whatnot. And then you want to come over here to the Casino Royale desk, because they'll have a sheet that will break down all of the tiers that they have and all of the ships, cruises that you can get on when you reach certain level of points. So it's really cool to do that. That's how we're on this one. We won a free cruise because we lost paying for one. So it all works out. But you get different tiered choices and things like that to work with, and everything resets at the beginning of the year. So we're at December now. So we're going to kind of see what we got to do. I may just wait until our next cruise in January to start up again. So on deck 5 in the Centrum, you have guest services and shore excursions right in the center of it. In the spa, they have a steam room, they have a sauna, a couple showers, and when you go out that door right there, it takes you to the spa relaxation lounge as well. So this is the men's, the females is right next door. They do have locker rooms here, so you can lock all your stuff up, grab a towel, and go hit the sauna or the steam room. Deck 5, you have the Broadway Melodies. It is the theater. It's deck 5 and 6 forward. Here they have a lot of the Broadway kind of shows. They did the Love and Marriage game in here. They've just got a Celine Dion experience on the ship. So that was done in here. This theater, it's old. This ship is old. I've been in there 4 different times. And 3 times I've been on a seat that's been broken. So it's in need of some serious TLC. If you like to gamble, the casino's pretty small because the ship is small. The smoke eaters do not work very well when the casino's open, so even the non-smoking side smells like smoke really bad. So much so that the smoke travels out of the casino and you can smell it by guest services. So it's right now the casino's closed and it smells okay. Now a cool thing about the casino is they have these little, there's 2 of them, these little circles right here, and when you go into it, see if you can hear it. It makes an echo sound, so it's like you're in your own little chamber and it's echoing. It feels like you're in an enclosed room, so that's really cool. Ship in the Centrum area, you have guest services and you have the shore excursion desk. Now for some reason the shore excursion desk is only open from like 7 to 9 and like 3 to 5, so even on shore days those are the hours. So yesterday our excursion got canceled, found out about 9:15, got over to the shore excursion desk, nobody was there. That's how I know the hours. And so they had to go find somebody to rebook us an excursion, but they will find somebody if you need somebody. Now the Centrum does start on the 4th floor and goes all the way to the 8th floor, so it gives you a very nice open concept feeling, which is phenomenal. And right now it's Christmas time, so it's December 13th, and they have it all set up for Christmas. They have Hanukkah and Kwanzaa represented here as well. On decks 5 and 6 aft, you have the Edelweiss dining room. It's a pretty nice dining room for its size. It's really cool. It's pretty packed in there though, not super spacious, but it is really nice. They do have breakfast, lunch, and dinner there depending on the day. And the food's okay. Food's okay. It's not the best Royal Caribbean food I've had, but it's not been that bad either. On decks 4 and 5, you'll find Edelweiss dining room. The service is okay. The food's okay. It's pretty cramped in there, but it's a small ship. So, and then every day you can find the menu right out front on deck 5 and see what they've got going on. Now, if you do have food sensitivities, they will give you the menu the day before, and so you can pick the next day's food. So, for example, my wife can't have gluten, so they figure out what she wants and see if they can make it gluten-free, and if not, they'll give her some different options for that. When you get to 6 aft, you're going to get the schooner bar. You'll have Giovanni's table, and you'll have the Shall We Dance lounge. Now, schooner bar is pretty small. I think they only got like 7 or 8 seats at the schooner bar itself, and then, you know, the lounge seats around it. You'll play trivia here. They always have somebody singing or playing the violin, the guitar, the piano. So there's always a lot of entertainment here in the schooner bar. Between the Shall We Dance lounge and the Schooner Bar, you have Giovanni's Table. So if you like Italian food and you want just to have a little specialty dining, a little maybe uptick in service and quality of food, you can come to Giovanni's Table. You can set reservations up online. They'll always have somebody around here trying to get reservations. When you come on the first day, you can find the maitre d' and work on getting any specialty dining that you want. They have Giovanni's, they have chops, and they have Izumi. The Shall We Dance Lounge, here they're going to be playing the game shows, the Battle of the Sexes, the Friendly Feud, the Crazy Quest, things like that are going to be paid here in the Shall We Dance Lounge. Then the Crown Lounge is very small. As you can see, it is in the back corner of the Shall We Dance Lounge. Deck 6 midship, you're going to find cafe latitudes, you're going to find the auction area, you're going to find seating around the Centrum. And if you're looking for one of the soda refilling stations because you got the soda package, it's right over here by Cafe Latitudes. Between Cafe Latitudes and the photo gallery, you're going to be able to find a lending library, so you can take a book, leave a book, use a book, however you want to. And then the photo gallery, it's really small, so they don't have very many camera attachments or anything like that. They got a few GoPros. Now, one thing I did see, I found it interesting. So I'm using an Osmo 3. They have an Osmo 2. They had it priced at $349. I think they're just trying to get rid of them because they're now $199. The shops are just past Cafe Latitudes. They wrap around the photo gallery, Cafe Latitudes, and come back to the center and work their way towards the front of the ship and taking you right to the theater. The ship only has 2 stations, if you will, for elevators. They have one right in front of the theater, then they have one in the Centrum. So it's best to kind of figure out where you want to go, figure out what show or things are going on, and use the opposite elevators, or you're going to be waiting forever. Now, the forward elevators, they'll take you right up in front of the Windjammer, and then the Centrum ones are right there in the center. So if you're going to the casino, it'll take you there. If you're going to the dining hall, it'll take you there. Schooner Bar, things like that. So just look on the map, figure out where you're going, and then take the corresponding elevators. On deck 6 aft, you've got Chops Grill. So if you're looking for a fine steak, a nice steakhouse feel, Chops Grill is where you want to go. Inside the Shall We Dance Lounge, you do have one conference room. So if you're here on a group where you need to get access to a conference room, they do have it here. Just coordinate with the front desk. Here on deck 9 aft, you have the Solarium. Solarium has ample seating. They have loungers, they have a bar, and then the Park Cafe is here as well. So Park Cafe is open a couple times during the day. They open up during the day, and then at night at 9 o'clock, you get pizza, snacks, salads, things like that. As far as aquatic activities, you have the pool and a hot tub, if you will, on each side. The hot tubs will fit about 6 people. They have these triangles in the middle that you step on, so it really messes up the theme. So you can get about 2 people, and then 2 people. So not a very large group can fit in there. If you come in on the port side, which would be your right side when you're walking down, they have this little area with some loungers in here. So if you want to not hear the water, you don't want to hear the music, you just want to come back here and relax and hear the hum of the engines and just look at that beautiful water, this is a great place for that. If you take those stairs up from the little lounger area, you'll come up to deck 10 in the aft. You have the walking trail, you'll have the scenic views, the rock climbing wall. All of that is at 10 aft. As you make your way down the steps on the starboard side, you'll have another set of loungers and it'll take you back into the Solarium. Now also on deck 10, if you go up from the spa area, you'll have the gym. As you can see, the gym is pretty small, so if you want to lift some weights and you need benches, you better get there early because they only had a couple. They have a few free weights, but a lot of cardio equipment. So if you want to do some elliptical, you're probably going to be pretty good. But if you want to do some weight training, get there early or late. As we work on making our way to midship, we're going to find the center pool, a couple hot tubs, the ice cream stand, a little stand for hot beverages like coffee and hot water for tea. The TV, they run clips of funny things during the day. At night, they usually play 2 movies. You can see the pool's not that big, but they do have 4 hot tubs. If you go upstairs, they got extra loungers up there so you can lay out in the sun. They have ample tables and chairs The only time I find them packed is when there's some kind of event going on, like the Sexiest Man contest or something like that. They're doing something in the pool. It's really hard to find somewhere to sit. But other than that, you actually have an ample amount of space to choose from. Now, if the table wobbles or not, you're probably going to find a wobbler more than you will something stable. On deck 10, above the Windjammer, you're going to have the Ocean Adventure. Hours of operation and the port, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Evenings, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. And late night party zone, that costs money from 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock in the morning. So you can party like it's 1999, kids will be safe and secure, and you can have some fun, they'll have some fun. Then you both go back and crash in your room and wake up extremely late. Now, across from Adventure Ocean is the kids zone. It is open only twice versus the kids adventure area being open 3 times. It's open from 9 to 5 and then 7 to 1. With the 7 to 1, it costs money, and they do highly recommend that you set up reservations in advance. Now, right next to that is Challenger's Arcade. So we'll go over there and play some arcades while you're out here in the middle of the ocean doing absolutely nothing. As you can see, there's not very much to do here in the arcade, but if you come back right over there, kids aged 12 to 17, that's where the teen zone is at. Unfortunately, it does not open up to the rest of deck 10, so you have to come down the stairs to deck 9, then go back out, and then go up the stairs to deck 10. Deck 10 forward, you still have the track that runs around the ship. You have shuffleboard. You have the rules of shuffleboard, but you have no shuffleboard equipment. Been up here a couple times, haven't found it. I don't know what's up with it. Now you also have like deck 10 and a half, if you will. If you come up here, you've got extra seating, and they have like this little pyramid that you can look down, and it looks right into the windshield. See if we can see through the tinted glass. Can't see through today, but on the Jewel of the Sea, they have 2 of them, and you can look right down into them because they weren't tinted, so these are tinted. Now, if you can see that landmass right over there, that's Martinique. So we're going to go right between that and another island on our way to Barbados. Now, they do have shuffleboard on both sides. Again, I have no idea where you get the shuffleboard from because it's not here. From deck 10 aft, you can go up to Izumi, you can go up to the Concierge Lounge, and you can go up to the Crown Lounge, or you can go down to the Solarium and the spas. So we're going to go up and check out the lounges and Izumi. I love Izumi on the Oasis classes because they actually do hibachi there too. So I haven't been on any of the other classes that I've found the hibachi. So just a sushi place for everybody else. Again, one day I'll be one of the cool kids that can get into the concierge lounge without the door being shut in my face. Here on deck 4 in the Centrum, it's the heart of the ship. Everything starts here and goes up. So you're going to have RC Online on your port side, the R bar. The Christmas tree probably won't be here when you're here. The next cruise is right there. If you go there or there, you'll make your way to the Edelweiss for your dinners. And then here is where the center of a lot of games happen. You got the music here is pretty much live entertainment here from like 10 o'clock in the morning until about 1 o'clock at night. This is really the hub for everything. Find a seat around and watch down. They're having, like, if you know it, dance it kind of competition, stuff like that. There's just a lot of stuff going on right here. Now, they do say that if you book your next cruise on the ship, that you'll save money. And if you're not using a travel agent, that is true. Now, on the last cruise, I took my laptop and went right up to the next cruise station and booked the exact same cruise to price it. And I was still like $300 cheaper than booking it on the next cruise. So if you aren't using a travel agent and you want to save more money, make sure you reach out to me and I can book that next cruise for you, get the group rates, which are even lower than what you can get here on the ship. Well, that concludes our time on the Jewel of the Seas. Now, stay tuned. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button to this channel, because we're also, Heesian and I are going to go and do an in-depth review of the Rhapsody of the Seas. It's the second oldest ship. We've been on the oldest ship, the Grandeur of the Seas. This doesn't even compare to that. So we're going to go into what we've had lackluster experiences with on this ship. This isn't a review. It's just an overview of what you have on the ship. But I would make sure that you watch our review before you book this cruise, because we're going to go over a lot of stuff that we've talked to a lot of people about that I've had a lot of issues with. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and stay tuned for that review. Again, I will see you next time on our next trip.